Hello, 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 Wonder People. We are back for take two. My internet decided it was going to go on a little vacation during the first recording. So we're back for day 21, take two. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Listen, I am Dr. Nicole Bossard. I'm your guide at the side. I'm your partner in possibility. I am your positivity champion for life. I am your rise and ride. Listen, ain't nobody riding and dying today. Listen, we rising and riding together. So I am here for it, and I am grateful to be and glad to be in your company. Listen, this is where you've landed. Now that you know who I am, this is where you've landed. Practicing Positivity, the studio. Every word of that is intentional. This is an opportunity for us to intentionally, consciously, and yes, repeatedly come back to this conscious repetition, capacity building, skill building, muscle building, flow inducing practice of positivity, really flexing and allowing ourselves to take a running cannonball dive daily, multiple times a day, into those positive emotions that do what you see on the screen here. We're all about leveraging these positive emotions to nurture a sense of zest, hopefulness, vitality, energy, for the LIFE. And for us, what that stands for is love, inspiration and imagination, freedom and faithfulness to that special thing that we were created, that we were born, that's just the fire in our belly that we want to contribute into the world, all taken together, shaken together, running over to create an exceptional, extraordinary experience called life. So that's what we do here. This is an opportunity to come into a space and a place where you can share a little, you can learn a little, you can expand and flex a little. But what we're expanding, flexing, growing, and amplifying is that energy and vitality for life, and to live it with the fullness of who we are. So that's what we do here. So I'm going to invite you, as I normally do, to ask you to, go ahead and grab something to write with, grab something to write on. And as we enter into the space of practicing positivity today, what it is that I want to kind of put into our little sausage maker here, veggie sausage, of course, insight plus practice plus a little positivity pause to give you a second to kind of have your own close encounter with what we share today, so that as you go forward into the week, you have something to work with. You have, as we said, something to build with and something to build on. So here's where we're starting now. Listen, strengths. As we are coming into this notion of practicing positivity, what I want to share with you is, listen, one of the things that you always have in your back pocket is your strengths. Now, pulling from this evidence base of positive psychology, this growing knowledge base of positive psychology, is this. Listen, we all have a set of character strengths. They've identified 24 in their research across history, across culture, across geography, that the humans that we tend to share a set of these character traits. So these character strengths, excuse me. So that's gratitude, humility, spirituality, humor, appreciation of beauty and excellence. There are 24 of these strengths. We all have them, but we all have them in slightly different configurations and constellations. And specifically, we all have different ones that would kind of be our chart toppers, our top five. And those top five are called signature strengths. And here's what I want you to know as we're thinking about this strengths resource that we have available to us at all times, is that our signature strengths have a few key characteristics that I want to share with you. One, they're essential to who we are, how we be in the world. our orientation to life. So whether it's a good day or a bad day, whether we're on a high or we're on a low, whether everything is going our way or it seems like we really got to slog our way through, there are certain strengths that are just a part of who we are. So no matter what's showing up, we're going to approach it with humor. No matter what's showing up, our inner MacGyver is going to come out. We're going to be creative with it. No matter what's showing up, we're going to be fair. We're going to exercise good judgment. You follow? The other part of these signature strengths is, this is the one that I really want you to get. When we are operating in our top five, our signature strengths, they generate energy for us, not simply drain energy, or they don't drain energy from us. They give energy. So for some of us, when we are laughing and joking, really working that humor, that's energy giving. That gives us energy. It's not hard for us to do. It doesn't take, you know, 3 hours to kind of get ready for it. It's something that is just very natural and it flows. So it's essential to who we are. It's energizing for us. And listen, it is, oh, let me get my seat back together here. It is effortless. Effortless. That's the last one that I wanted to check my notes on while I was getting myself situated here. Effortless. So, as we're thinking about these strengths that we all have at our disposal, they're our top five. So, I just want you to take a moment, grab again, make sure you've got something to write with and write on. And if strengths are not just traits, they're tools. The power of our strengths is something that David Cooperrider, one of the developers of appreciative inquiry, that he noted. Listen, we change best, and I'm going to adapt that a little bit. Listen, we create best, we move best in the world when we are at our strongest and most hopeful, not when we're feeling powerless, overwhelmed, and overrun by life. And remember, we practice these positive emotions so that we can set off an upward spiral of inspiration, imagination, sense of purpose and meaning, things that could pull us up, as opposed to kind of allowing ourselves to literally fall into a downward spiral of reactivity, problem solving, or problem seeking, and being stuck in a deficit way of seeing the world. So as you're thinking about nailing into or diving into your strengths, our key here is that I want to impart to you, most importantly, is that as you identify your top strengths, one of the ways to cultivate that sense of being in a place of being strong, at our strongest and our most hopeful, is to consciously and intentionally use our strengths. And one of the things that I want to encourage you to do, since these are tools, is just simply to think about your strengths, your top 2, 3 strengths, and how you might use them in a new way. So just actually taking one strength that you would consider one of your chart toppers. Mine is humor. And so, how could I use my humor in a new way? So, now I want you to catch the subtlety here. If you're going to use something in a new way, then it's going to be important for you to pay attention to how you use it and in your standard practice. What's your standard operating procedure with that particular strength? How do I normally use strength? What's that effortless, almost autopilot way that I use strength? Then if I'm going to use humor, then if I'm going to use that strength in a new way, I've got to know how I use it kind of in my standard operating way, in my standard way of being way. So then I've got to maybe take some time to observe myself with that strength. Then I can start to think about how I can use it creatively. So that's a subtle nuance there, but it's always, always, always going to be, right? We're looking at, gosh, I've got to pay attention. I've got to set an intention to do something either, that's outside of my norm, and then be able to just observe what emerges in that new expression. Pay attention, set my intention for that strength, and then watch, observe what shows up, what emerges in that new expression. So that's what I want to leave you with about, listen, strengths aren't just traits, they are tools for us to create the life that we dream of, that we desire, and that we deserve. So as you are playing with your strengths, I just want you to remember that positivity pause. How can I use it in a new way? So remember, like, subscribe, share, 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 share. If these positivity briefs, these positivity sparks are giving you life, are giving you a smile, giving you some encouragement, hey, like, subscribe, and share it. Share it with those that might need that little bit of medicine. You can always find me at tgcconsultinginc.com. And if you'd like more tools, more prompts, more resources on this power of positivity, go ahead and log on to that URL that you see at the bottom of your screen, and I will meet you in your email inbox with said positivity awesomeness. That said, I will look forward to seeing you tomorrow for day 22, double deuces. I will have my internet on lock. Hopefully, it won't go on strike again. And I look forward to continuing our journey practicing positivity. We'll see at the end what it's made of us and how it's moved through us. And let's enjoy the journey as we go. More soon. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. Be well.